Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Wanna highlight some of the best Steam game deals right now under the price of $10. You guys know how this works. Let's just get right into it. We're not looking at games under the price of $5 because I typically just do separate videos for under $5 deals, so just bear that in mind. So it's like from the $5 to $10 range. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Want to start things off with a A.K.E.R. Innocence, 80% off for $7.99. While most of the attention these days is around A.K.E.R. Requiem, at the end of the day, both titles are incredibly narrative-driven. A.K.E.R. Innocence is the first game, and you for sure should play Innocence before you play Requiem. I played Innocence right around the time it came out, and I had a wonderful time with this game. Does it have its issues? Yes. There's some jankiness to it, and there's a couple sections towards the latter half of the game that I wasn't crazy about. However, the strengths of A.K.E.R. greatly outweigh any negatives, and while this is an incredibly narrative-driven game, it's not a slow-paced narrative in the sense that, you know, you don't have to play this game for 3 to 4 hours to get hooked onto the story. No, give it a half hour, give it 45 minutes, things get going, and you understand, you know, kind of the atmosphere and the vibe that this game is going for. I really enjoyed it. The darker narrative is something I could get behind, and it's a fantastic game. Visually still looks pretty good. Not as good as Requiem, of course, but still pretty solid. For $7.99, it's a great buy. They do have a bundle with both Requiem and Innocence. That's 45% off for $38.49. That's something you can check out if you do want, but overall, I do think just buying Innocence is a great buy as well. Next up, I do want to give a shout to a great game, a classic for PC gamers, and that is Crysis 2 Maximum Edition. Now, this is the Maximum Edition. This is not remastered, so the remastered version does have better visuals and whatnot, but that's still going for a hefty price point, so I thought I would give the Maximum Edition a shout. It's 75% off for $7.49, which I think is a good deal. Crysis 2 is an awesome game. I personally enjoyed Crysis 2 more than Crysis 1, which is probably one of the hottest of all hot takes. Crysis 1 obviously featured more levels, Crysis 2 more linear, kind of focused, and yeah, I love the game. Visually, it still holds up incredibly well. For $7.49, this is a great buy. It's not a super lengthy game. You can complete it rather quickly, but overall, I still think it's a fantastic first-person shooter from a single-player standpoint, so $7.50 for it, a good buy for that. Next up, we have Doom Eternal, 75% off for $9.99. This is the standard edition of the game. They do have the deluxe edition for $17.49, including the year 1 pass and deluxe edition content. Doom Eternal is a fantastic over-the-top first-person shooter. I mean, it's Doom. At this point, I feel like most of you guys have probably played Doom 2016, and if you haven't, maybe go ahead and check that game out as well. I want to see, is Doom 2016 on sale? No, Doom 2016 is not on sale, so don't be spending $19.99 on it. But Doom Eternal for $9.99 I think is a great buy. Again, visceral gameplay. Obviously, there was some controversy with the soundtrack. The soundtrack is tremendous, but yes, that was a bit of a questionable situation as far as that's concerned. That's putting it pretty lightly. Very bloody, very gruesome, fast-paced gameplay as well. $9.99, great price on that. Next up, Borderlands 2 Game of the Year Edition, 80% off for $7.99. You get Borderlands 2 and most of the DLC. You just miss one DLC pack, and the one that you're missing isn't a big deal. Like, you're fine without it. Commander Lilith and the fight for Sanctuary, that's not that big of a deal. Borderlands 2 is tremendous. I think it is the best Borderlands game, and for me, it just hit in every area that Borderlands tries to hit on. I thought the gameplay was great, there was a lot of content, and from a story standpoint, it's fine, and I thought the comedy with Borderlands 3, and especially Tiny Tina's Wonderland, thought it got so played out and just not that great. In Borderlands 2, I still feel like the comedy's like pretty good. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm just like an old man yelling at the cloud now when it comes to Borderlands 3 and how uncomedic I find that game. Is that even a word? I don't know. Not funny, I find those games now, but I think with Borderlands 2, the comedy was just the right amount. And, you know, Borderlands is a game I think most people would say, yo, play this with your friends, get a group of 4, but, I completed Borderlands 2 by myself as well as in a group, and I liked it both times. I still think that playing Borderlands solo is fine, so I think from that standpoint, I don't think you gotta worry too much. It's a good time. Regardless, $8 for Borderlands 2, great buy there. Next up, Skyrim Special Edition, 75% off for $9.99. Bro, it's Skyrim. Do I really gotta sell you on this game? This is a must-own for anybody that has a PC, and the longevity that you get out of Skyrim, if you don't own this game, it's just a disgusting amount of content that you can get with all the modding support that is available. Like, the modders have kept this game going for north of a decade. This game came out in 2011, 11. I literally remember, you know, being in high school when this game came out and how big of a release it was, and even all this time later, nearly 12 years later, it's still, you know, a game that everybody can go back to, and there's so much content to it. I mean, right now, there's 26,000 people playing this game on Steam, and that's a special edition. The Anniversary Edition is on sale at $16.49, so you can check that out as well, but, yeah, fantastic game. One of my all-time favorite games. I loved it. Yes, it's a Bethesda open-world game, so it absolutely has some jank to it, but, I still think the game is tremendous, and I recommend everybody, to play it. Next up, as a part of the Metro sale, Metro Exodus is on sale, 77% off for $6.89. The Gold Edition is probably the route you want to go. It's 80% off for $7.99. You get the bonus content. Exodus is the game that I didn't like as much as 2033 or Last Light, but I still thought it was a darn good game. Atmospheric first-person shooter that's narrative-driven. They do have a bundle that includes Exodus, the expansion pass for Exodus, 2033, and Last Light, the Redux version of both of those. That's $12.49 and, you know, not under 10, but that's a pretty darn good deal as well. Last Light, the Complete Edition, not Redux, is free right now, so, you know, free to keep on that. Go ahead and check that out. But great deals on Metro as a whole, so definitely give those games a look. Next up, Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, 67% off for $9.89. Now, there ain't much definitive about this Definitive Edition release of Mafia 2. However, I still think Mafia 2 is a fantastic game that should be in everyone's library. You don't have to play Mafia Definitive Edition before you play Mafia 2. I would recommend it because Mafia Definitive Edition is really good as well. It is on sale. I want to say it's $14. Yeah, it's $14, and that's an okay deal. Over 10, of course, but that has held up in price. You know, the games are good. Narratively, I think they're really strong. Voice acting is really good. So, yeah, $9.89 for that. Quite good deal there. Next up, A Way Out is 80% off for $5.99. Now, the game is co-op only, but you can play it cooperatively using remote play together. So if one of you buys the game, you can invite the other with remote play together, and you'll be good to go playing the game that way. Very narrative-driven game, and a lot of twists and turns. I think the big twists and turns are done really, really well. So, yeah, $5.99 for this is a good deal. Like, $30 might be a little pricey for it, but for $6, if you want a game that's cooperatively focused, A Way Out is a great pickup there. And lastly, I do want to give a shout out to the Stalker game. Stalker Call of Pripyat is $5.99, Clear Sky is $2.99, and Shadow of Chernobyl is $5.99. Now, these games are very revered in the sense that, you know, I think everybody that played these games around the time that they came out have really fond memories of these games. Clear Sky came out all the way back in 2008. So, you gotta remember that these games are on the older side of things. Shadow of Chernobyl came out in 2007, so the games are incredibly atmospheric, open-world post-apocalyptic titles. They are very challenging. They're more on the hardcore side of things, and they might not be for everyone. However, in terms of immersion and atmosphere, these games are fantastic, and there's a reason why so many people are excited for Stalker 2. Hopefully that game sees the light of day, because it's been kind of a whirlwind situation with that game, but Stalker, Call of Pripyat, and Shadow of Chernobyl, both great buys, and you can check out Clear Sky as well for $3. But, yeah, not for the faint of heart. A lot of people will say it's like Fallout, but definitely, like, Fallout is a little bit more tame of an experience compared to Stalker, so just know what you're getting yourself into. I think they're great games, but, again, they do show their age as well, being that they're, you know, some of them 15 years old, around the 15-year-old range, so just keep that in mind, but still a good time, all things considered. But that'll do it for me. A lot of great deals on Steam right now. As always, links to everything will be in the description box below, and as always, guys, thanks for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.